How many times have you thought, if I could just win that lottery?
I want liposuction and a Ferrari.
I shop. Buy shoes.
But these new millionaires are miserable.
You still think I'm a selfish person.
I never asked her for any money.
Are you willing to be there for her mentally,
Yes.
spiritually?
Yes.
Do you believe that?
No.
How sudden wealth can bring out the worst in families.
The downside to winning is the relationship with my daughter. You can't always get what you want.
Listen to this. You'll know what I'm talking about. How many times have you thought, if I could just win that lottery, it would fix everything, right? Well, all of us at one time or another have fantasized about winning the lottery or inheriting a boatload of money. All right, we all think about get through the lottery, get the big house, get the flashy car, trips, jewels, and of course, we always think about just rolling in dough. Or even just paying those bills off. We asked some of you what you thought you would do if you hit the jackpot. Take a look.
If I won $10 million in the lottery, I'd travel. The first thing I would do, I'd definitely get a car. I'd buy a Ferrari Maranello.
I want liposuction and a Ferrari.
Chicks love the car.
A little breast augmentation.
I go to Prada and shop.
Buy shoes. You
And
buy
buy
shoes.
shoes.
Lots of shoes.
Give my mom $9 million and take $1 million and go on the shopping spree.
Pay off my bills, get out of debt,
Tons and tons of underwear.
take a European vacation.
I would just quit and never work again.
Tons of underwear? All right, but you gotta know that sometimes big bucks can cause big problems. You know, greedy relatives, family feuds, jealousy, IRS nightmares. Money can change everything and not always for the better. Now, my first guest were so close they finished each other's sentences and dried one another's tears. They were playmates, best friends, and sisters.
I have a lot of fond memories of my mother's cousin, Gail. I think of her as a very pivotal person in my life. School was very difficult for me. She realized I was overwhelmed by a school project that had to be done. She made me believe I could do it and turned my whole world around.
Marlene received her inheritance from Gail. Gail had no children. It was family money. I'm not sure why she got the money.
I was very puzzled why it had just been left to me and not some of it to my brother and sister. At the time I received the inheritance, my sister was going through a bankruptcy and asked me if I would purchase her home.
I don't want that money. I never wanted the money. I wanted some help. I wanted her to make an investment with her money.
I told her yes, and a contract was drawn up committing me to buy that house. And a few days after thinking about it, my husband and I decided that it was too big of a responsibility.
I was so hurt and so angry. I truly don't know if this relationship can be salvaged. This is a moral issue for me, and actually a family value issue. My family was raised that you're there for each other. After she said no, I realized that my sister was not a sister.
I miss my sister a great deal. I used to be able to just pick the phone up anytime and call her if I was sad, if I wanted to laugh. She was a wonderful person to talk to. And yes, I want her back.
Girls, girls, girls. Tell me what's going on. What's going on here? This can't be about the money.
Before the money was even my possession, I was being told what to do with the money.
You disagree?
Not told, requested, asked. We worked out a contract.
I felt pressured. I felt
just be honest.
I felt pressured because there was an urgency about her that she had to make this decision right now. And the person that was going to make her move, the the house owner, just wanted to sell the house right away.
I made the assumption if I was in her position or any family member, you'd be not only want to, you'd be happy to. And
Well, but that's her choice, isn't
right,
it?
right.
Did you feel that she owed that to you?
No. If I had not needed or been in a position where I was desperate to stay in our house, because it was a great house, I would not have asked for the money, said you should share the money. It wasn't even, I'm not a money person. I mean, it's like money's money. But in this case, this solved a lot of problems for me anyway, and I thought it could be an investment for her too.
Did she have the right to tell you no?
Yes. She did
Without you being upset?
Yes.
You said this was a moral indiscretion on her part. It was a moral failure on her part, and she should have given me that money and done it in a timely fashion.
She had the right to say no. Anybody has the right to say no. And I have the right to say, that's not a value I like in a person. I have the right to say, that's not what families do.
Right, but it's not your money.
No.
You said, in my judgment, I would have loved to have given her the money.
I would have done.
But I think what you're saying is her values are less than yours.
They're different. My values are families are families. But if you have the resources, families are there for each other to help.
Okay, we're going to talk some more about this when we come back. I'm not sure there's a right and wrong answer to these things. It's a matter of what you do and how you do it. We'll talk about all that when we come back.
I was the baby, and it was quite fun when I was little. I got spoiled and taken care of. Marlene would play with me a lot. She was always there when I was young. I enjoyed my sister tremendously.
I have some very good memories of my childhood, and I will always treasure those times.
We're talking about how sudden wealth can bring out the worst in families. It can certainly create conflict. Marlene and Cheryl are sisters who haven't spoken much for 2 years until today, all because of a fight over money, or maybe it's values, or I'm not sure what it's about. I'm trying to find out. So, but we know you had one relationship before the money got here and another relationship after it arrived, correct? All right, and you resent the fact that she hasn't shared the money with you.
No.
Okay,
no.
You're unplugged because you don't resent it.
No,
What?
I don't resent. The money is hers. She had the resources.
But you told me just a couple of days ago that I just look out for number one. That to me makes me think you still think I'm a selfish person.
I don't know who you are right now.
I'm still the same person I've always been. I would be there for you if I didn't feel like you really needed me back then.
I did need you back then.
No, I didn't.
I needed you back then.
But you did okay on your own.
Because of our wonderful landlord who heard the story and was there for us.
Okay, well, you worked something out. But
Yes.
I mean desperate. I mean homeless. I would be there for you then. And that's where I say I need to make my decisions about.
I want to make perfectly clear, I never asked her for any money, and I don't and didn't want her money. I wanted her to make a choice on how to invest her money that would help me and would have been a great investment for her too.
Okay, but I guess...
That's the thing.
And this is, y'all are getting right to the heart of the issue, because I think what we're talking about here is you're saying you made a decision. You said, I have values, I made a decision on what she should do.
No.
Okay, well, you say that, but then you run from it. I don't want to put words in your
I make
mouth.
a decision about how I react to this whole situation and how I feel about this situation.
Did she have the right to tell you no?
Everyone has the right to say no, and I have the right to respond to that with feelings.
Okay, did she have the right to tell you no?
Yes.
All right, and after she told you no, did she have the right to feel about it the way she wanted to? Did she have the right to say, I've made this decision and I feel okay about that? Did she have the right to say, I don't like your investment plan?
Yes.
You're telling me I have this money and you want to decide how I should invest it in a way that benefits you. But and then you're upset when she doesn't do it, but yet you said she has the right to do that. It's just, you have the right to do that, I'd just be mad at you from now on.
She has the right to do whatever she wants to do, and with that are the consequences of whatever. Whatever she does is her choice.
Would it make sense to you if we just swapped positions here, and instead of you being upset that she didn't see the wisdom and the moral value of what you wanted her to do, she did give you the money and then resented it for having to be forced to do that and made to do it, and taken what little retirement income that she might have or what nest egg she might have, she's now giving it to you, then the real estate market goes south, it runs off in the ditch, you don't have the ability to make her whole again. You seem to me to be a very honest and straightforward individual that is not financially irresponsible, but even with those traits and characteristics, you were in a financial bind. So if the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior, and you don't have the ability to self-sustain at that moment in time, in that house, in that situation, why would she predict that you would be able to 5 years down the road?
If I was in dire straits and I was going to be thrown out of the house because I wasn't paying my rent on it, that I could understand.
Why is your sister mad at you?
Because my aunt chose me and not my brother and my sister, not her. She wasn't picked.
The deceased did not want you to have the money, or she would have given it to you.
I agree.
And she's not here to say that, but she gave it to you instead.
I think that when a sister asks for help and you have the resources to do it, and I still think I'm not a risk. She does, I don't, and maybe that's a big difference. But I think that families should be there for each other if they can be.
Well, but are you willing to be there for her mentally,
Yes.
emotionally,
Yes.
physically?
We've always been that way.
Geographically,
Yes.
behaviorally,
Yes.
spiritually? You're willing to be there for in all of those ways?
Yes.
Do you believe that?
No,
No, you don't believe that.
not in all those ways. I trusted her before this happened, and then after this happened, other things happened, and I could see clearly more and more that she's not who I thought she was.
They were still, all these things she's talking about relate to what we're talking about. It's all to do with the money.
And so you're willing to judge her morals and values and let this relationship continue disconnected,
No.
rather than to be forgiving and accepting and heal this relationship?
No, I don't want to just say, I'm done with you, it's over, and blah, 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 or I wouldn't be here today. I mean, that's a fact. I feel like going to a family counselor. Of course, we're at a really good one now. but I mean, this is the first step.
Why not go to the top?
Go to the top, you know. But in all seriousness, I have always said, my girls say to me, Mom, are you ever going to talk to Marlene again? What would it take? I said, we would have to go to counseling. We have to work it out.
Are you willing to do that?
Not really. I feel like it would take forever. I should try something.
Are you glad you held on to your money?
Yes.
All right, don't have a heart attack over there. Don't have a heart attack over. Look, she disagrees with you.
No.
She disagrees with you. We got to take a break, and we're going to talk about this with other examples all through the show, and then I'm going to see if y'all learn anything while you're here. But I tell you what, it isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. You can be right and real lonely for your sister. And, well, we'll talk some more. Okay. This is a tough one. We're talking about what happens if one member of a family comes into a lot of money and others are interested in participating. A year ago, Kathy and Don won $4 million in a Las Vegas slot machine. Would you touch me? They immediately quit their jobs. Today, they say that money is tearing their family apart. Take a look.
We were in Las Vegas. We each put in $100, and I said, okay, this is it. Let's go.
We were only there about 45 minutes.
All of a sudden, I see a Wheel of Fortune come on a line, and then another one. I was like, oh, yes. Next thing I seen was another one came on a line. The buzzard went off, the lights were flickering.
She says, look at these. I've never seen these. There's 3 Wheel of Fortunes on the line.
I see these red numbers up there. I said, does that say $3,999?
I said, when there's two numbers, a dot, three numbers, comma, three numbers, comma, and I said, it's million.
I just won $4 million. I just grabbed my heart and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Don says, no, wait till they pay us. The downside to winning the money is the relationship with my daughter. I have 3 children. My oldest is Diana, then Christy, and then Mikey. My relationship with Diana mainly changed. She wants me to do more, and I just don't think that I should.
Diana expects something, I don't know what.
The other 2 don't ask for anything. I would get sarcastic remarks. Oh, you're the one with all the money. You could do this, you could do that.
If we give everything away, we'd have to still work.
I worked all my life. I worked 2 jobs at times to put a roof over her head. It wasn't easy for me. I worked, why can't she? It's hard for me to say no to Diana because I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm afraid she won't talk to me. I won't get to see my grandkids. I'm very worried about it.
So what is your greatest fear and why are you saying no?
The reason why I say no is because they need to learn to make it on their own, just like I did when I raised them. You know, I mean, if I was to constantly give, how is my children going to learn responsibilities in making it in life? You can't always get what you want. You have to work for it, just like we did.
Right, and you have worked hard all your life.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't just, you said you worked 2 jobs, you did different things.
Right, I had to raise 3 kids.
So this money meant a lot to you.
Oh, yes, it did. It meant a lot, knowing that my husband and I can retire.
How do you 2 get along?
We get along good.
Yeah.
Right? So you live in Illinois?
Yes.
All right, and Illinois is not a community property state, right? And you put the quarter in the machine, so technically this is your money, right?
Yes, it
Don's
was
thinking,
actually
why did we come
I
here?
who won, but we.
I mean, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just asking, is this your money or is it the
It's
couple's
ours.
money?
It's ours.
Okay,
It's
so
ours now, it's invested.
are you glad you won the money?
Yes, I'm very glad. I'm very relieved that we won the money because we can sit back and enjoy each other.
So who all's mad at you since you got this money?
I would personally say my oldest daughter.
Okay, and that's Diana?
Right.
Okay. And what does she want you to give her? What does she want?
I don't know if it's just for her, but I think she's always, she says she wants me to do more for my other daughter that lives with us.
That's Christy?
With Christy.
And so you have
she has
Christy
2
and 2
kids.
children?
Yes.
Living with you?
Yes.
So you're taking care of them as it is?
Yes.
They're under your roof and
Right.
living there and
Exactly.
you're helping with the kids and all
Right.
that?
Right.
Okay, that doesn't sound very selfish.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and you're a stepdad, right?
Correct.
You said you've been cast as the evil one in this deal, right?
Well, I think part of the problem is they go to her and ask her.
Right.
And that's why some of the stuff I really don't know about because she answers them. What she should probably do is just bring them, and so the 3 of us could discuss if there's a problem.
Right.
Instead, she gives the answer.
Do you have the right to say no to your daughter?
Yes.
All right. Is she holding you emotional hostage?
Yeah, I feel that.
She's saying either give me the money or I won't love you or we're going to be mad or we're going to be...
No, she doesn't. She doesn't say those words exactly. She'll present her emotions, kind of like say hi to everybody else but Ma.
Okay, she won't speak to you?
Right.
Well, that's subtle.
Well, or else she'll say sarcastic remarks. Ma, well, you could do this.
What, do you feel guilty about it?
Yeah. Why do I feel guilty when I say no?
No, I'm supposed to ask that.
I don't know. You tell me.
Why do you feel guilty? What do you say to yourself about it?
The reason why I feel guilty is because I'm a very loving, giving person. And it bothers me to hurt them by saying no.
But if you had never won the money,
right?
You couldn't give them the money,
right?
Would that be hurting them?
Well, no, I don't think so because I wouldn't have the money to give them.
Right.
But even when I did work, And whenever they wanted something, I would give it to them without asking him, which was wrong.
Yeah. And you both worked, right?
Right.
Okay, and now Diana has said, I mean, I just read this in the notes, that you have an attitude that you got to kiss my ass now that I've got this money.
She's the only person that told me that. Out of all my friends, everybody laughs and says how I haven't changed. They said half the guys that I bowl with on our Friday night league don't even know that I won the money.
They do now.
And it's over a year.
All right, Kathy says her kids will get the money when she dies. The kids say, we want it now. What's a millionaire to do?
I think money changes people.
I think winning the lottery would be more likely to change the people around me. I'm a little concerned about my sisters and brothers because I know they'll probably be greedy and be after me all the time.
People are going to say, hey, look, it's free cash. You got it for free. You just won it. So you never had it to begin with. So you might as well, fork it on over to me.
That's really how people seem to think about this. We're talking to Don and Kathy about the impact of sudden wealth on a family. Now, her daughter Diane says if mom loved her kids, she'd share the wealth. They tell me that your daughter is now on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Diana, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks for stopping by. We've been talking about you and talking about, I think I've represented your position fairly well. You want some of this money, correct?
No, I want her to help my sister and my brother.
Okay, what do they want?
Actually, maybe just to get a step up, not to be necessarily taken care of completely, but get them off the ground instead of letting them, sink all the time. I've always been the one taking care of them, so I've always been the one to be their backbone to help them say whatever needed to be said.
Okay, are you mad at your mom?
No, actually, I'm disappointed. She should have never have made too many promises when she won that money.
Uh-huh.
The second she won that money, she made all kinds of phone calls to to the family, saying that she's going to do this and she's going to do that and she's going to help this person and she's going to do this.
Uh-huh.
She hasn't done anything.
Okay, now, she did give your brother $10,000, isn't that right? As down payment on, what was it?
His house.
Yeah.
On his house?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it's a pretty good jump start. 10,000,
Yeah.
but that wasn't enough. Tell me how much she should give your brother and sister.
Actually, the amount really has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
She doesn't have to actually give cash. She just needs to help them get a step up and not be so greedy with her money.
Yeah, but your mother won it and she has it. Do you think that she has the right to do with it as she pleases?
To a certain extent, yes.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. But then again, you can't make too many promises that you can't keep either, because that also does disappoint people.
Okay, so you feel like she made a bunch of promises and then didn't keep them?
Correct.
Is that true?
I like to know what promises did I make.
Just call and see how much you owe on your house.
Uh-huh.
I never said that, Di. I never asked you what you owed on your house.
Really? She's had no problem giving people money that are not family related, but she's got a problem helping my sister and my brother, which doesn't make too much sense to me.
Yeah. And so you're upset with your mom?
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it's not so much upset; it's disappointment.
Yeah. And is that hurting your relation? Is that hurting your relationship?
Oh, definitely.
So she's not going to buy her peace with you by helping your brother and sister financially?
No, I think my mother and I need to work out our own separate issues other than just money issues.
I sure appreciate your getting on the phone with us, and
No problem.
thanks for your input.
Thank you.
So long. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what I think, but let me just ask all of you guys here. If somebody wins money like this, do you think there is a moral imperative or a sense of fairness that says you should enrich your friends and family as well? If you think, hey, yes, don't be greedy, spread the wealth. If you think so, raise your hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, if you say no, if you won the money, that's you and that's your good fortune. You don't owe that to anybody else. Raise your hand. Okay, so we have a lot of people out there who think they still may win. in their lifetime, and they're wanting to go on record here. Yeah. But I mean, really, I've said a million times, you don't solve money problems with money.
No, you don't.
That if you've got somebody that's in a financial crisis and you go bail them out financially, I guarantee you statistics are overwhelming. They're likely to be right back in that situation soon after you do that, because being in a financial problem is about lifestyle. It's about decision making. It's about choices. It's about a lot of different things that aren't likely to change just because you put a cash poultice on the problem. Right. Do you believe that?
I believe it.
Do you believe if you gave money to your kids at this point, just said, okay, tell you what, there's two of y'all and there's us, three, five of us here. We're just going to divide this up amongst everybody and then we'll all be fixed. Right. Do you really think that would be the thing?
No.
Do you really think those daughters would just, that's all they needed was a jump start and they're just going to be fine for the rest of their lives?
Well, you know what? When I die, they get their money, and by then they'll probably be my age, and they'll be saying, you know, I'm really glad Ma didn't give it to us then.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But what does it take for you to give yourself permission to not feel guilty about not distributing this money to your children at this point?
I still feel guilty. I don't know. I'm asking you, what does it take for me?
Well, and what I'm telling you is you have to make a decision of what is help and what is not.
Right.
Because if giving them the money was help, then that's one thing. Right. It's still your choice. You decide whether you want to or not, because they're adults and they make their own way. But you know, logically, that that won't necessarily help them.
Exactly.
Okay, if one of your daughters needed an organ transplant and it took that much money to do it or die, would you be the first one down there with the money?
You betcha.
Would you drive her down there?
Yes.
I mean, there is a point at which you say, absolutely, I would rather have my daughter than I would my money.
That's right.
But that's not what we're talking about, is it?
No.
Do you recognize that giving them that money is not necessarily helping them?
Yes, I do recognize that.
Okay. And if it's not going to help them, then why would you feel guilty about not doing it?
It makes sense now, because now I know the difference in recognizing whether it's going to help them or not. You know, I mean, financially, if they're in a financial bind or something, you know, I would have them come up with a solution. Well, how do you plan on solving this? What is it you're going to do to correct it?
Okay, we'll be right back. My next guest grew up dirt poor. When he hit the jackpot in Reno, he won millions. That was 15 years ago. Today, he says that he'd give up the money in exchange for saving his sister's life. Take a look.
It was February the 2nd, 1987. A friend says, make sure you go to Harrah's because I've been really lucky at Harrah's. Guess what? I just won $4.98 million. The day that I won that money was the day that my life changed.
Within 5 seconds, the first thing that went through my mind is, that should have been me.
My family grew up dirt poor, and it's a lot more difficult for me to say no to them. My mother used to tell me, Terry, you're the man of the house. I've felt that responsibility ever since.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1995.
I found out that she was having some severe financial problems.
And I was really down, really feeling sorry for myself. I was just really complaining.
There are times whenever I talk to my sister and there's been tears shed. And I'm never sure whether it's around money.
I couldn't have asked Terry for the money. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't have asked him for it.
Whenever I ask her and she denies, and then I find out later on that it was true that she was having financial problems, then I get upset about it. Sometimes I get angry and say, well, she made her own bed, let her lay in it.
We had some really bad really bad times.
I've tried to be helpful. One time I gave her some money and she broke into tears and said, "Thank you, now I can buy my cancer medicine."
The only thing I wanted to do, I wanted to get through it. The humiliation of it, the embarrassment.
Dr. Phil, how do I know whenever I've given enough money to my family? When is enough enough? Where do you draw the lines? Are there lines?
So this has been a burden in many ways.
Yes.
How has this changed your brother?
He has let the money take control of Terry. When I call Terry and I share my problems with Terry, it's not because of the money. It's because I need his support. Even though that I want him, to let go of the responsibility of being a caretaker, Dr. Phil, I still need him to say, "It's okay, sis."
And how is your health now?
I'm a fighter. I'm gonna fight this. I have fought it and I'm gonna fight
it. And you need him in your camp.
Absolutely. Not his bank account.
Yeah. Do you hear what she's saying? And isn't the truth that you've gotten, because people start coming at you about the money, you start kind of getting a little paranoid about people, and it changes you some. Do you think it's changed you?
Absolutely. There's places I don't go now. There are people I don't associate with. I don't want to be introduced to somebody who's a stranger, and then the next thing out of the person's mouth is, "Oh, and this guy won $5 million.
Do you think that you have a different relationship with your sister than with all those people?
I think that I've become much more intense. I hurt a lot more.
And she misses you. Are you hearing her say that she misses a lot of who you are, who you've always been in her life?
I just heard her say that.
What did that mean?
And I didn't
to
realize that. I really didn't realize that we had pulled further apart.
What did that mean to you when you heard her say, "I'm not one of those people that wants your money. I want my brother back"?
It's wonderful. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. And I don't know how to be another way.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about how to make this happen where it's not so hard between people that love each other. We'll be right back. Okay, today we're talking about how money can poison and divide families. All my guests today have suffered from this. They're all glad they've won, but there are downsides to it, and oftentimes they've distanced themselves from the people they love the most. And that's what you're saying has happened with Terry, that he's changed, he's pulled back some.
Yes, he has. Not just with the family, but I see it, as he just said, socializing. And Terry has always been a social person. He's the alpha. He's out there and he likes to mix with people. But it's like he's afraid to. And to me, it's, you want it. Hold your head back, your shoulders back, and if somebody approaches you and says, "Hey, are you Terry Williams and Barbara Williams that won that money?" Say, "Yes, I am. Aren't I lucky?"
And so you've gotten a different attitude about things because of how people treat you.
Yes.
But you've kind of lumped sis in there as well.
Whenever I get around the family and I hear about something that's happening, Dr. Phil, it's like they're talking to me saying, "Well, we need a new set of tires. Okay, we're going to go down and get some such and such place." Like I would be saying, "Well, here, let me buy them for you."
They may be baiting you, like, "Boy, could sure use some tires, Uncle Terry." I mean, they could do that. But you've got to make a decision that says, look, I'm not a bank, I'm not a pawn shop, I'm not a finance company. They were going to need those tires whether you ever won or whether you didn't. Okay, that's not your problem. People need tires. You're not going to allow your sister to not get medical treatment if she needs it. Isn't that right? I mean, if she couldn't get it, if insurance wasn't covering it, and if it was life or death, like I said earlier, you would step up and help whether you were asked or not. Isn't that right?
To the greatest extent I could.
Of course. So, I mean, it's just not an issue. She's telling you the issue is not about the money. Are you not saying, I don't want the money?
That's right.
I don't want the money, I want my brother.
That's absolutely
Okay,
correct.
and you know, there comes a point that you have to stop complaining and start asking. And what I want you to do is I want you right now. Oh, God. All right. Good job. All right. I want you right now, and forget about all those people that are trying to suck you dry and take the money off of you. I want you to look at your sister. You say you've been distancing yourself for a long time. And I want you to look at your sister. Don't say, just look at her. I want you to think back at times way before the money when you guys would talk or you would discuss things in your life. You're looking at your sister. And what she wants is her brother. And I want you to tell him what you want. Just from your heart, tell him what you want.
When I call and I ask for your advice and your help when I have those bad times, it has nothing to do with your pocketbook. I can't get a hug from a pocketbook. I can't get a stroke from a pocketbook. Because I'm going to survive whatever it is that comes up. Financially, my cancer. Look it, I lost back. I'm going to make it. And I make it mentally because of your help. But it isn't the help from the money. It's because when you talk to me and you straighten my head out and you say, sis, make it simple. Now I'm asking you, make it simple, bro. Let it go, honey. Please, be happy. Time is so short and we don't know when we have left. Just be happy, okay?
Take the wall down.
Yes, take that wall down. Open up and let us come back into where we need to be with you. And I need you back in my life. Not your money, not your pocketbook, but what you have to offer me as a brother and your good wisdom, and like you've always been there for me. I just need you.
We'll be right back.
I love you, dear.
If the people you love are resentful and angry because you won't give them money, remember, you can't solve money problems with money. And I know I've talked to some of y'all that have come into unexpected cash, and I don't care how flat you make a pancake, there's two sides. I mean, there's two sides to this. And you can look at it like all of a sudden, they don't care about me, they care about the money. And if you're on the other side, you can say, that's not it. It's just, but if our family has gotten a good break, then shouldn't we find some way that it helps everybody? I don't believe there is a clear answer to this. But, you know, Marlene and Cheryl, I want to know, are you guys willing to work on this? I mean, you said, I don't know whether I am or not. It would take so long.
I think I need to have more faith in my sister.
Because, we sit here and talking to these guys that we're just up here. Terry's got a wall up around him. I'm telling you, it can happen in a hurry. It can happen in a hurry. However much money, however right you may think you are or you are, it's just not worth it. Take the walls down and decide this. And give yourself permission. Give yourself permission, because you don't fix money.
What makes this case so powerful isn't just the money, it's what the money revealed. Across every story we've seen today, from sisters torn apart over inheritance to parents struggling with guilt after a lottery win, the core issue was never really about dollars. It was about expectations, boundaries, and emotional accountability. Legally speaking, the individuals who received or won the money had full authority over how it was used. There was no contractual or legal obligation forcing them to distribute that wealth to family members. But emotionally, things are rarely that simple. What we witnessed here is a classic conflict between entitlement versus autonomy. One side believes that family resources should be shared, especially in times of need, while the other side believes that financial independence and personal choice must come first. And the judge, while not issuing a legal ruling, made something very clear: you cannot solve emotional or behavioral problems with money alone. In fact, repeatedly giving financial help without addressing underlying habits often creates dependency, resentment, and long term damage to relationships. On the flip side, refusing help without empathy can fracture bonds that once felt unbreakable. So, here's the real question for you watching. If you were in their position, would you share the money or protect your independence? And more importantly, where do you draw the line between helping and enabling? This wasn't just a courtroom discussion, it was a reality check on how quickly money can change relationships, values, and even identity. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw dropping courtroom breakdowns.